Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is coming out next week for pre-order. But are you going to miss out if you don't do it? Let's talk about it. What up, ladies and gents? It's your boy MikeOfAllTrades. Coming to you today with the Quick Takes. Quick Takes is usually a video I do in about 5-ish minutes talking about a subject that I care about and that has interest for me. The video today, is going to be talking about Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and if you should pre-order. So, I had hands-on with Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I played a lot of it at EVO during the Arcade1Up press event. You know, I got close-ups, I got video footage of it, things of that nature, right? And it was a fun time. I enjoyed myself. A lot of questions were asked, you know, about the build quality, about the controls, you know, the buttons and sticks, if the game emulated well, etc., etc. And while I played an early build, I can confidently say, yeah, it's definitely worth, you know, investing in. But that being said, pre-orders start on September 8th. At the time of putting this video out, it's probably August 31st or September 1st, depending on how I feel. And the question becomes, should you pre-order? Now, I usually hate pre-ordering things. I think the only things you ever see me really ever pre-order are consoles and Killer Instinct. I pre-order Killer Instinct because, well, I love Killer Instinct, right? But I also love Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So, John and everybody at Arcade1Up has already mentioned, if you haven't pre-ordered Marvel vs. Capcom 2, you might not get one. And normally you'd be like, oh, that's pish-posh and that's hockey, and you don't believe that, right? But they're only allowed to make a certain amount. So, I don't know if anybody remembers this, but Marvel vs. Capcom 1, I missed out on it, and I pleaded along with many other individuals for them to re-release this cabinet. From what I understand, the way it's working now, that once they do this run, it's done. And before anybody says in the comments, yeah, they always say that and then they make more, let's look at the trend over the last year. A lot of cabinets that were made, like Outrun, Big Blue, things of that nature, a lot of those cabinets were made and all of them didn't sell. To the point of where we were getting those $50, $75, $100, $150 cabinets from your local Walmart, to the point where most Walmarts are not even selling them in stores anymore unless it's a legacy cabinet. So you're not getting the exclusives like Turtles or X-Men or whatever. You can't just walk in and go pick those up. And I've never seen a Walmart carry Marvel vs. Capcom in stock. I've seen X-Men vs. Street Fighter. I saw a couple of those, but I think a couple of those might have been online orders that got returned, right? So when they say that there's only going to be a limited amount of Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I absolutely believe it. Now, am I going to get a pre-order day one? I'm going to hope. Because in the black and white world, it's Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is one of those games that don't just appeal to me as a fighting game fan, you know what I mean? But it has crossover appeal. You've seen many people, including celebrities like Michael B. Jordan, ask for them to re-release Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And while he may have been asking for the video game format of it, you know, this is coming on the 3/4 scale arcade. Now, granted, you know, Maximilian and Justin and Matt McMuscles, they made up a good point in one of their episodes of Triple KO that maybe Arcade1Up could go down the publishing route one day. But for now, the only way to get this game is if you pre-order the cabinet. And then think about it, yo. Everything Marvel vs. Capcom related or Marvel vs. Capcom 2 related always retains its value. In fact, it actually goes up in value. Go find a copy of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 right now. Anywhere from $200 to $850, depending on eBay. I literally went to a local GameStop, a game shop, not a stop, okay? I went to a local GameStop and they had a copy of Marvel vs. Capcom 2. It was complete. The case wasn't broken or anything else, right? And it was $200. And I literally said, that is the cheapest that I've seen that game. You can get the cheaper copy for the Xbox, but as far as like the Dreamcast goes, there it is. And if you're talking about buying a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 cabinet, yeah, nah, you're about to spend thousands of dollars for the real deal Holyfield. You know, that's one of the benefits of being able to purchase from Arcade1Up. We can live out our silver spoon fantasies of wanting to own a home arcade and being able to just go in the store, pick it up, put together, not really worry about the maintenance, unless it's deck protectors, and then just play, right? Again, pre-orders go up September 8th, man. I usually don't tell anybody, yo, like lobby or whatever else, right? Or go get your pre-orders in, because I'll never tell you spend your money or how you should spend your money, etc., etc. But if you are interested in this cabinet, it goes up for pre-order next Thursday. And I implore you, and yes, I use the word implore. I implore you to go get your pre-order in. Because if you don't, you might be on the outside looking in. But what do you think? You guys think that you're going to be able to get pre-orders? Do you think the bots are going to come and get them? That's the other thing. You might be fighting bots next Thursday. Because this is going to be a hot commodity item. Real talk. Are you guys going to try to get one? Are you going to go through Arcade1Up? Are you going to go through Best Buy? Are you going to go through Target or Walmart? Let me know in the comments below. I'm going to personally try to go through Arcade1Up. And if I don't get one, I'm going to go have a nice spirited conversation with John D. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, man. I'm MikeOfAllTrades. Like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. And I'll catch you on the next one. Later.